Boarding requested.
Hey cabin crew, we're just about ready up here in the cockpit, so if you want to start opening the doors and letting the passengers on board, that'd be great, thank you.
No problem.
Hello there. Don't know if you can hear me because I'm doing it a different way. Anyway, let's contact Manchester Ground to get clearance first of all before they disappear.
Do you want to board crew? Pilot's boarding starting.
Manchester Ground, good evening. Shamrock 6 Papa Mike requesting radio check.
Shamrock 6 Papa Mike, Manchester Ground, hello, readability 5.
Thank you, and U5 also. Shamrock 6, Papa Mike, AZ stand 43, we're an Airbus A320, information Zulu, QNH 1006, requesting IFR clearance to the Isle of Man.
Shamrock 6,
Boarding
Papa
started.
Mike, clear to the Isle of Man via the Eclad 1 Romeo departure, squawk 5614.
Clear to the Isle of Man, Eclad 1 Romeo, departure, squawk 5614, Shamrock 6, Papa Mike.
Shamrock 6, Papa Mike, be back correct.
Your crew has boarded. Passengers boarding starting.
Hi, we're just about ready up here, so as soon as everybody's on board, I'm happy for you to close the doors.
Manchester Ground, I'm at Charlie 1105. Not overly sure where I am.
Okay, great. Almost done.
This is Charlie 1105, hello, and welcome to Manchester. You are about on Alpha Foxtrot 1. You are taxiing into stand 4, taxi via Alpha, Bravo, Papa and Lima.
Taxi via Alpha Bravo Papa Lima to stand for November Charlie 105.
Runner 566 Max taxi.
156 Echo Mike, taxi holding point Mike 1, runway 23 right, taxi via Golf and Juliet.
Golf Juliet to Mike 1, runner 56 Echo Mike.
Easy 36 Kilo Lima, request taxi.
Easy 36 Kilo Lima, taxi holding point Mike 1, runway 23 right, taxi via Juliet Echo, Kilo and Juliet.
Mike 1 via Juliet Echo, Kilo and Juliet, easy 36 Kilo.
Ryder 560 Mike, contact Manchester Tower on 118.625, bye-bye.
118.625, runner 566 Mike, connect.
Easy 36 Kilo Lima, contact Manchester Tower 118.625, bye-bye.
18625, easy 36 Kilo Lima.
Mike.
So departure is via 23 right is the Eclander 1 Romeo departure. We're going to be arriving runway 26. And we'll just get rid of this discrepancy. And then we can do our performance page. So our performance is 118, so 18, 29, 29. 18, 29, 29. We are 1 up 0.2, 1 up 0.2. Flex temp is 68 and 1250, 68. 1250 slash 1250 1250. So that's all that's set, so that's fine. Let's go up here. So we want constraints on. We want to set our flight level at 22,220. Flight directions are on. We're all good there. So it's still loading out here, which we are. So we got our final load sheet. So final load sheet. Let's just check that it matches. So 51.90 fuel weight, passengers on board 84, takeoff weight is 56.1 tons. So max zero fuel weight is 28.6, so that's wrong. 28.6. There we go, that's fine. Right, we're just waiting for everybody to finish loading up. Let's go over here. Fuel pumps can come on. Seatbelt signs can come on. And we just need... what else do we need? Close the door. Lock the cabin door, the cockpit door. No, that isn't what I wanted. Weird. Anyway, right. Let's request push and start. The longer we wait, the more satisfied the customers seem to get for some reason. Tchaikovsky on Manchester ground this evening. then, come on. Okay, last few things are cleared away. Let us go to EFB. Oh. Beacon light, come on.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Very good, thank you for that.
Hi, Captain. All passengers are on board and doors have been cleared.
Okay, thank you.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Shamrock 6 Papa Mike, stand 4-3, request push and start.
Shamrock 6 Papa Mike, stand 4-3, push and start approved, facing south.
Push and start approved, facing south, Shamrock 6 Papa Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. My name is Nick, and joining me in the cockpit is First Officer Seamus. Looking after the cabin today is Chief Steward Sean. I'd like to welcome you on board this Airbus A320 operated by Aer Lingus. We expect the flight time to be less than an hour today, and we're not anticipating any delays, so we hope to be up in the air in the next 15 minutes or so. For now though, the ground crew are loading the last of the baggage into the aircraft, so if you could get yourself seated and secured in the meantime, we can make a departure as soon as they're finished. Thank you.
Locking gear.
We're ready to push back, come on man. And ladies and gentlemen, we're just about to dim the cabin lights, which is normal during flights during the hours of darkness.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Engine switch is to ignition, starting engine number 2.
Cabin crew, please arm doors, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the crew, I ask that you please direct your attention to the monitors
engine
as
number
we
1.
review the emergency procedures on this Airbus A320 aircraft. There are 6 emergency exits. Take a moment to locate the one closest to you, bearing in mind that it may be behind you. Should the cabin experience pressure loss, stay calm and listen for instructions from the cabin crew. Oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask
Hi,
over your
Captain.
mouth
The cabin is
and nose like
secured.
this.
All
Pull
doors
the strap to
closed.
tighten
We're
it.
ready to go.
If you are travelling with children, okay, make sure you put
Set
on your
parking
own mask
brakes.
before helping others.
Parking brake is set.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
We have good engine start.
Life jackets are located below your seat, and emergency lighting on the floor will lead you to the closest exit. We ask that you make sure that
Unlocking
all
gear.
carry-on luggage is stowed away safely during the flight. While we wait for takeoff, please take a moment to review the safety procedures on the card pocket in front of you. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you enjoyed the flight.
Pushback timer started. Engine 1 available. EPU can come off. Taxi light can come up. And flight controls check. Full up, full down,
Tow
neutral,
truck disconnected.
full left,
Bypass pin
full
removed.
right. neutral.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Full right, full left, neutral. And we want to be up 0.2. Let me just double check that is up and not down. Yeah. Let's tune into Manchester Tower on 118625. Shamrock 6 Papa Mike, request taxi.
6 Papa Mike, taxi holding point Mike 1, runway 23 right, taxi via Juliet Foxtrot and Juliet.
Juliet Foxtrot and Juliet to holding point Mike 1, 23 right, Shamrock 6 Papa Mike. Wow, let's go then. Right, are we ready? Okay, we need some flaps to 1. Spoilers. Auto brakes to max. Takeoff config. Predictive wind shear on. We're good to go. Let's get a move on.
Shamrock 6 Papa Mike, contact Manchester Tower on 118.625. Enjoy your night.
Over to Tower 118625, Shamrock 6 Papa Mike, thanks for service, bye bye.
Good night.
Manchester Tower, good evening, Shamrock 6 Papa Mike, heading Juliet towards Mike 1.
Shamrock 6 Papa Mike, 23 right, clear to take off, just the northern 70 degrees, 3 knots.
Clear for takeoff, 23 right, Shamrock 6 Papa Mike.
Okay, nice take off, the cancel landing cleared to approach only.
Roger, cancel landing clearance, approach only for 8 and tackle out.
For now. I'll say to Michael.
Roger. Cabin crew, please take your seats for takeoff. Thank you. up, please.
Okay, nice time off, but we cleared. Land 23 right.
Free close to land, 23 right, 89 Tango Alpha.
And we're approaching our flaps retraction speed. Inches now, so we can retract the flaps. Over to Unicom 122 decimal 8, show up 6 Papa. Thanks for your very short but awesome service, and have a great night. Bye bye.
See ya.
Over to Unicom 122 decimal 8. Right, we need to get our in fact, let's just go up to our cruise level now. Let's get our details in for the Isle of Man. Dr. Meta EGNS. So the QNH in the Isle of Man is 1002, 1002. Temperature currently is 11 degrees. Winds are usually something stupid, 200 at 21 knots. It's very windy there always. Flight level 40 for our transition we'll have at 133 for approach speed.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may now use your electronic devices.
And ILS 233 for the Barrow. Cool. It's set. We're at 10,000 feet. See what sign can come off. Landing lights can come
Ladies and
off.
gentlemen, the captain has turned off the seatbelt signs, so you are now free to move around the cabin. However, please note we do recommend you fasten your seatbelts at all times when you are seated in case of turbulence. Thank you.
So we are climbing now to our cruise altitude of 22,000 feet, flight level 220. If we did that. So yes, we are Travelling out over the Liverpool Merseyside region. Got the right window, the right window. We have Liverpool Airport down to our right. It is down here. Can we see it? Is that it? Or is it over there? But I don't know. Actually, let's have a look from outside. Yeah, it's there somewhere. There it is. So we can't actually see it out the right window. We just need to check a few in fact we haven't got any limitations on altitude, have we? What we're going to do is get rid of the Isle of Man. In fact, let's do the proper approach, shall we? Isle of Man approach by the Isle of Man VOR. We need to be down to 2,000 feet for our intercept of the ILS. Good evening, viewers. And I say viewers, could be one viewer watching it on Twitch and YouTube, but it is two viewers, or two views. Good evening.
Hello ladies and gentlemen from the cockpit, just to let you know that we've reached our cruise altitude. We're not expecting any major delays, so expect to arrive at our destination on time as planned. As the crew make their way around the aircraft, please make sure to keep the aisles clear of any items, and I invite you to sit back, relax and enjoy the flight. Thank you.
Good evening even. Just a short hop. I've just been playing around with a few settings and I just wanted to do a test flight. I've got my computer hardwired into the modem because Wi-Fi here is rubbish. So I'm hoping there's no dropout and that everything's running hunky-dory since I am connected properly and not depending on the Wi-Fi. But hey-ho, right. Where's our top of descent? Probably missed it already. Oh, there it is. It's not nice. I've got a 30-meter cable running from my bedroom where my computer is all the way downstairs to the lounge, and the dog keeps falling over it and getting tangled in it. I only got it today, and it's a very thick coiled cable, so it's like a big slinky all the way down the stairs. Top of descent is this little white dash tick line. Can you see it there? So it's about 20 miles away, just less than 20 miles away. You can't see, in fact you can't see it there. Oh, you can see it. So just past Digma, and then that shows you where your top of descent is. So unlike the Boeing, where you can, in fact you probably can do it, but what I do is change this to, obviously if you've got ATC you do it to whatever they tell you, but our intercept altitude for the ILS is 2,000 feet. So change that to that, but don't click anything yet. It is on the Fenix. I think it is on the fly-by-wire as well, and it definitely is on the Boeings. It didn't used to be. It's quite new actually, this, but it does tell you. So when we get to that, what will happen is I will click on the managed descent by clicking up on the altitude, and it will then try and follow the descent path. Usually if you've got ATC they will just tell you when to descend to a certain level and get you down without you having to worry about top of descent and all that business, but obviously I don't have ATC, so I have to just descend when it tells me. So it's 10 miles away now. A little bit more accurate by bringing this in a bit. So yeah, it's just coming up to 7.5 miles away. You can click this now, but what it'll do is it'll descend and then it'll sort of level off until it catches up with the descent path. So you sort of descend a little bit first and then it levels off. So it's better to try and get it as near to that as you can. What will happen when we start the descent is over here on this display we'll get a little green dot, a little green ball that will sit next to the altitude, and it will show us where the descent path is. If it's above, it means we're below. Oh, we've got some other aircraft on radar there. Oh, can we see him? We can. He's zooming past over there somewhere. Oh, is he? Did I see him or not? Maybe I didn't. He's off. There he is. Hello, other aircraft. Right, so I'm getting sidetracked now. So, doodly-dum. Yeah, shout anything if you need any help. We don't. Not that I'm the expert. I can do the old navigating bit, it's just the landing bit I can't do. So we're less than 2.5 miles, so I'm going to click it now. So we basically just click this up. You get the little dot next to the altitude, which means it's on managed descent, and it will start descending. You'll see that green dot has appeared now next to the altitude. To the right, it's showing us our descent rate. So this is all managed, I'm not doing anything, and you'll see the little dot is below us, but it's only just below us. What we're trying to do, what the aircraft's going to try and do is keep that green dot in the middle, which is basically a representation of the line down from our altitude that we're at currently, down to where we need to be. You'll see that flight level 20 is set underneath, so that's basically the minimum we can get down to, because that's what I've set up here. It can't go below that. Whatever you set there is the minimum it'll go down to.
Ladies and gentlemen from the cockpit, you may have noticed we've just begun our descent down to our destination. If you could assist the cabin crew by tidying a tray and handing them any litter as they come around, it would be most appreciated. For safety reasons, please turn off all electronic devices or switch them to airplane mode until after we've landed. And please also note that the aircraft toilets will shortly be out of use. Thank you.
If it's too far down, it might catch up with it itself, but sometimes it'll actually tell you that it needs more drag. Which it normally tells you down here, and obviously if you're not looking down there you don't always see it. I think, does it put it up here as well? Can't remember actually. So yeah, it's descending, so it's doing quite a good job of descending. What you also get on your flight plan is it's got all your altitude restrictions. So for example, Lussard, in fact not that one, let's go to a different one. Isle of Man, when we get there, maximum speed is 250 knots, and we've got to be at flight level 68, but you'll see the one above it where it says 250, it's got a little magenta star next to it, that means it can achieve that. Yeah, you only need to apply, generally you only need to apply auto brake, the spoilers, if you forget your top of descent and you start descending too late, and then it's got a lot of catching up to do. So you need to sort of nosedive down. You do that by reducing your speed or putting drag on, and it can actually descend faster then. If that makes sense. Any of what I just babbled? We've set up our performance for arrival already. So we've set the QNH temperature, wind speed, transition level. So that's where we change from a flight level to an altitude. That's a whole other thing that I never understood for a long time. But yeah, we're doing, so it's doing this descent itself. It knows that it's capable of doing it because it's basically all the altitude constraints are in magenta on here. I think they go orange if it can't achieve it. And this is just one long descent. There's no sort of steps, there's no in between altitude constraints, because basically we're just descending straight down to 2,000 feet. Often with a star arrival you'll have different altitude restrictions as you go along the star, so you might have like flight level 170 for one point, and then the next one might be flight level 70, which is what you see when you come back from the Isle of Man to Manchester. But there is no star, so no standard terminal arrival route for the Isle of Man. I don't normally do this route, but what we're going to do is head towards the Isle of Man VOR, which is above the airport, and then we will head out away from the airport, turn around and come back. Normally I just ignore that. So what you'll see is, probably, if it's worked properly, yeah. So we're going to go to the Isle of Man VOR, then we're going to come back and then do a turn and come back to the runway. What you can do is miss all that bit out and just come straight to the intercept point, but which is what I normally do, but I'm not doing that. God, I'm babbling along. Anyway, we're coming up to 10,000 feet. What will happen at 10,000 feet is we need to reduce our speed to below 250 knots or 250 knots or less. So what will happen is as we approach 10,000 feet, it should level off to reduce speed, which it isn't doing. There we go. So 250, it's dropped down to 250 and it will level off. You'll see there that it's not descending as fast to try and reduce our speed. We've gone below the glide slope, the descent path, which is good. Below is always alright, because you don't have to catch up, you just level off to catch it back again. So we've gone below 10,000 feet, we can put our seatbelt signs back on. I'm not going to put the landing lights on. Oh, do you know what?
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has now turned on the seatbelt sign. Please return to your seat and fasten your seatbelts as soon as possible. Please note that the toilets are no longer in use.
So we've sort of dipped down, levelled off a little bit, get our speed down. As soon as our speed gets down to 250 knots, you should see that the descent starts to speed up again. And we've probably got an altitude speed restriction at the Isle of Man to get around this corner, which we don't seem to have. Anyway, the airport should be off to our right down here, which we might see if we move forward a little bit, and over here. No, can't see it at all. It's probably right underneath us actually. I'll be able to see it from outside. There it is. And here's the runway. Well, that isn't the runway that we're landing on, that's the shorter runway, I think. There it is. Okay, so we're slowing down again, so we're going to take a right turn. We can probably reduce our speed manually a little bit here because we're probably going too fast, to be honest.
Cabin crew, please prepare the aircraft for landing. Thank you.
Actually, I'm not going to drop to 180 just yet. Let's go to 200, 210 first of all. Let's do this gradually. So if you look, we're still on our descent path, so we haven't overshot it. We're not too high, we're just right. The airport is just below us, over here somewhere. Where are you? There you are. So that's the runway, but from the opposite side we're going to be landing. So we're going to do a full 180. And then follow it out and back again. We're down at 210, let's set this 200.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be landing very shortly.
And we need
Please
to
make sure you are seated
put
with your seatbelt securely fastened.
We need to arm
Please
our
ensure your tray
spoilers.
table is in the upright position and your window blind is open. We will be shortly be dimming the cabin lights, which is normal practice when landing
Well,
during
actually, we forgot
darkness.
to undim them,
There is
so
a
that's
reading
fine.
light above your head
They're
should you
dimmed
need
already.
it. Any items of luggage should be safely stored, and remember to turn off all electronic devices until you are inside the airport building. Thank you.
What we can also do is just prep GSX for our arrival. We're going to go to gate 7, so that's fine. We'll set that. So descent is still looking good. Let's put flaps 1, check speed, flaps 1. let's just drop that speed down a little bit more, just so we get a bit more speed off. Let's go 185. We can get flaps 2. We've got sort of a tight corner to get around here, and the slower you go, the less you splay out and do it a bit tidier turn. Put the landing system on. You'll see that we're 1.7 miles from the airport, from the touchdown. QNH to standard, and which sometimes means that we end up being at a different altitude, because that's what the QNH does. Let's reduce speed even more. Let's drop down to 175. And we'll go flaps 3. We're not going to arm the localizer until we get a little bit further out. Everything up there is fine. We've got lights on as required. We have, we'll put the APO on, we'll get on the ground.
2,500.
Okay, you'll see that the glide slope has now just come through where we are. And we want to be below the glide slope, which is the little magenta diamond. So that's the localizer that guides us down to the runway. We don't want to activate the localizer until we've actually turned this corner. Otherwise it will try and turn immediately, because we are actually on the localizer already. We're just facing the wrong way. If you look straight behind us, you should see the runway over there in the distance. And we should start turning any second. So our takeoff check is here. You can see that we have some blue on here. So landing gear needs to be down. It's not down yet. Flaps need to be full. They're not out yet. Flaps aren't full yet. They will be shortly. We can activate our approach phase. In fact, we've already activated our approach phase. It does it itself. Which means when we go to managed, it's going to reduce speed to 133 knots. And I think it's ground speed rather than airspeed. So here we are, go around the bit at the end. We're 12.8 miles from the touchdown. Once we get around this corner, we can activate the... in fact, let's just activate the localizer now. I suspect it'll probably just pick it up straight away anyway. Oh, no, it doesn't. That's fine. So we've activated the localizer, which means that when it catches the localizer beacon, the sort of beam that comes out, that's just the center line of the runway. Then it will, this will go from blue, meaning it's armed, to green, meaning it's active. So nav and localizer. So we probably won't encounter the... there we go. So our localizer is now active. Because we've got that, we can now activate our approach phase, which is over here, which means that it will also capture the glide slope. Gosh, we're tilted a long way there. And we can activate our manage speed now, which means we'll decrease speed down to our approach speed. You can see the so the glide slope is above us currently, which means we're below it. As we continue straight ahead at 2,000 feet, you will see that this will start to come down. Imagine it's a flight of stairs and you're walking up from underneath behind the flight of stairs, if that makes sense. When you bang your head on the flight of stairs, you start going down, don't you? So this is the sort of roof of the stairs, and as it comes down, we'll then start to descend. That probably made no sense at all, but hey ho, did to me. We can go flaps full now. We're going to wait until we've fully configured for landing apart from gear, which we will do once the glide slope is active. The call for the crew to sit down will not happen until we put the gear down. Should start to turn right in a second, though, not really do much. We are very slow, quite far out though actually. I probably should have kept going a bit faster for a bit longer. Okay, so you can see the glide slope is starting to come down, which means that once that hits the middle, we'll start descending. And again, the glide slope is in blue, G/S, which means it's armed, but it's not active yet. When it becomes active, it will go green. There you go, it's gone green. So we should now start our descent any second. And we should be turning on to a final approach. There's the runway ahead of us. So glide slope, we can pop our gear down now. We can ask the crew to sit down.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for landing, thank you.
So we are coming in on a bit of a crab. You'll see that if we look down here, well, if we look out the window actually, you can see that we're not straight onto the runway. And you can also see that the little yellow line at the top is where we are heading, but the actual, sorry, is where the nose is pointing. The direction we're actually heading due to the wind is the magenta line. So we're heading towards the runway, but we're going sideways, if that makes sense. Because the wind is coming in from the left hand side, you can see up there. Okay, the crew are seated for landing. So this is where you have to sort of a crab approach. Let us put both autopilots on for a Cat 3 landing, auto land. Which just gives us a bit more leeway so we can...
1,000.
We can... better. Isle of Man traffic, Shamrock 6, Papa Mike 3 mile final for runway 26. That's the Isle of Man. Runway 26, 3 miles out. It's a little bit hairy. I can't even land when there's no wind, so I'm going to stand absolutely zero chance of getting this on the ground without everybody screaming in the background. Let's see if that happens, shall we? Please don't scream, people.
500.
Let's turn him off a bit so if the screen we can hear him.
400.
We've got 96% satisfaction at the moment, so that's not bad. Right, I need to get my feet on the pedals, hand on the
100
throttle,
above. 300.
thumb on the autopilot, so you can see we're coming in at a bit of a weird angle here.
Minimum 200.
Continue. I'm going to let it get nearly to the ground and then disengage the autopilot.
100.
We're going to start screaming in a minute, I can feel it.
50. 5.
Oh dear. Oh, we're going to go around.
10.
Let's go around. Positive rate gear up again.
Ladies and gentlemen from the cockpit, once again, just to let you know that we decided to perform a go-around procedure. Due to the adverse landing conditions at the airport, that's absolutely nothing to worry about, and it's a perfectly normal procedure which we perform to ensure the safety of the aircraft if we feel a landing cannot be performed safely. We'll be settling up for another landed attempt shortly, and hopefully this time conditions will have improved so that we can get you on the ground. We apologise for the slight inconvenience this may cause, but if you can keep your seatbelts fastened ready for the landing, we can get down as quickly as possible. Thank you.
Right, we're just going to go for that again. So there is, I didn't even check. Typically, I didn't check what the missed approach was, procedure was. Isle of Man traffic, Shamrock 6 path mic going around. Should have gone left. Ha! Never mind. Let's look at the terrain. Have we got terrain in front of us? So. We're gonna go, let's go about 110 degrees. Is the Isle of Man a VOR? I don't actually know. I think it is, isn't it? We're at now, Isle of Man. We want to go in on a course of 091 111. Let's see if we can get that VOR and so we're just waiting for this VOR to establish, and then we'll head off to heading 111, which we probably should be doing now, actually. Oh, I'm not actually even. Oh, yeah, it's alright. I'm completely following the wrong thing. Anyway, doesn't matter. Ah. failed landing. What a failed landing, man. Right, so from Ronald's Way, yeah, we've done it wrong anyway, so it should be RWY on here. And need to put RWY on the other side, RWY on this side. So we can sort of turn around, face north, first slowly. Yeah, let's descend down to 2,000 feet. Flaps 3. Sorry, flaps 2. Localizer on. Localizer intercepted. Approach on again. Here we come in for attempt number 2.
2,000.
Flaps 3. Glide slope is active again, gear down. And flaps full. We're just going to reduce to final speed a bit later, I think. A bit misty since our first attempt, which was all of 2 minutes ago. And let's drop our speed to approach speed. No, that isn't what I wanted. Why is approach speed gone up there?
1,000.
Excuse me, that was disgusting. This is a bumpy approach, man. I'm telling you now. We're all over the place.
Hundred above.
God, we're coming in fast. The ground speed's not that fast, actually.
200. Minimum.
Continue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 5.
Oh Jesus! Right, let's just go straight to the gate. Let's not bother about the runway. Yeah, why not? Jesus, man, that was shit. I don't even know where we are now. Yep, they're all screaming.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your final destination. Please remain seated until the aircraft arrives at the gate and the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign. You are reminded to keep all electronic devices switched off until you have entered the airport terminal. Thank you for flying with Aer Lingus. We wish you a great onward journey and look forward to you flying with us again soon. Goodbye.
Yeah, we're on the grass. What? We've cut so much grass on this trip. I didn't tell anybody I was landing again, did I? I don't need to do this flight. In fact, I just need to do lots of practice landings. That was abysmal. Can I get the flare right? I don't know why. Right, GSX remind where? Okay. Give it 7. Right, some stuff should have sort of appeared now, maybe. Right, we're here. Parking brake on. I think it means we were not in the middle. Oh, where are we? Let's have a look. Oh, we were pretty cool there. That's alright. Right then. Engine switches can come off. Beacon light can come off. That can come off. Seatbelt sign can come off.
Cabin crew doors to manual, please. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit once again, I hope you enjoyed your flight with us today. On behalf of myself, Nick, and my first officer, Seamus, and the cabin crew, we wish you a safe and pleasant onward journey from the airport and hope to see you again soon. Thank you for flying with Aer Lingus. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Cabin crew, the aircraft is secured. You may now open the doors. Thank you.
Passengers boarding sign.
Off you go, good boy, people. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the stream for now. I might do another one later. So, jumped into, what did I jump into there? Anyway, boom. That's the end of the stream. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, have a great day. Bye.